Hi everyone, I'm Andre, and welcome back to the Ghostfly Podcast. The podcast that brings you stories from actual paranormal activities from people who experienced them. Also, my ghost stories from a place that I lived in called The House. You're not going to want to miss this.
And I'm looking at it, and a little girl jams by, and I'm like, whoa. And I jumped up and I went, wait a minute. I just saw her, and the kids looked at me. I was like, I just saw that little girl. Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm Andre, and welcome to the Ghostfly Podcast. In this episode right here, I'm going to tell you what happens to my youngest daughter. So I have an oldest daughter, boy. Then I have the youngest one, and by now she's born, and she's 3.5, maybe 4 years old, but she's about 3.5 years old, and well, she's taking a bath. She's sitting in the bath, and it's a pretty large bathroom, and it's usually either me or my wife's in there watching her. But at this time, I was watching her, and my wife was in the room, the master bedroom, and she's folding clothes, and we're talking back and forth, but I'm in the bathroom with her, and I hear her in the tub, and she's playing, doing kids things, like they do in the tub, playing, and next thing you know, she started like talking. She's having a conversation with somebody, and I kind of looked back, and I just figured, she's just being a kid, and she's just talking to somebody. I don't know, just her imaginary friend or something, but she like just talking to him, and I just let it go. And then I heard her stop playing, like she stopped splashing around, and she's just talking. And I remember turning around, and I looked back at her, and she was like, Daddy? And I said, yeah, baby. And she's like, who's talking to me? And I'm like, what? And she's, right now, who's talking to me right now? I can see you, but you're not talking to me. And I told her that, well, I was talking to mommy right there, because she's in her room right there folding clothes. She goes, no, I saw you guys talking to me, but, well, I mean, she's getting her point across as a 3.5-year-old, right? But she's like, no, I see you guys talking, but who's talking to me right now, right here? Who's talking to me? And I was like, great. Hey, just great. Now it's starting to affect her. Now whatever's in the house is starting to affect her, starting to talk to her, starting to have a conversation with her. That wasn't cool. I didn't like that. So I just, shrugged it off. I got her out, dried her off and everything. I was telling her, nobody, that was us, just talking. But I got her out of the bathtub, and I'm thinking to myself, and I told my wife, I was like, she's talking to somebody in the bathroom while she's taking a bath. But it wasn't us. I mean, when I turned around, I noticed that she just staring off in space, and she's just talking like a conversation. And anyway, that was kind of weird. I thought that was weird. And I believe it was a Saturday. Yeah, I was getting ready for bed. So with us having a large young family, on Saturday nights we usually play games, or we're like watching TV, a movie or something. Then everybody goes down, they go to sleep. That's how it goes. And in our family room, our master bedroom's connected to it. All right, and we have one of those old, I know some of you guys remember this, but the big screen TVs, and it's got a big old bump in the back, but it's a big screen, and if you had one of those, you thought you were like the shit, right? We thought we were. But anyways, you couldn't push it against the wall because it had a big old bump in the back, and we had it in the corner, and so we had it, put it this way, I'll paint the picture for you. So we had it in the corner of the family room, and it's right next to a big window, all right? But the TV's in the corner, and to the side of it is the master bedroom, and right across from that I had like my dude chair, right? The chair I sit in and stuff like that. It's a dude chair, and the TV's like right there. The bedroom's right there. The kids are sitting in front of the TV, like in a U shape, right? Just watching TV, talking a little bit, but watching TV. And my wife is on the sofa right next to me, so I'm kind of at a slant like this, and I'm looking at the TV, and the kids are there, and things are normal. And something made me look at the room just like that, just like how I looked at you guys. You know, the TV's right there, and I kind of looked at the room, and I don't know why I looked at it, but something told me to look at it, and I'm expecting something. Now nothing's there, just the room, the dark room. The door's open, the dark room, and I'm looking at it, and shoo, a little girl jams by, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I jumped up and I went, wait a minute. I just saw her. And the kids looked at me. I was like, I just saw that little girl. And I started walking to the room, and the kids are behind me. They got up and they're behind me because they're curious what's going on. And I kept saying while I'm walking in the room, I'm like, I just seen that little girl. She was just right there. She ran into the closet. And while I'm walking in, the room, the youngest girl, the one that just heard somebody in the bathtub, I mean, she's real bold, man. She jumps up and she's walking like this right behind me. Like, I'm expecting to get big kids behind me, but nah, man, the little one's right behind me. And she just trotting behind me like, where? And so I get to where the closet was, and the closet door was closed. And I was like, man, I just saw that little girl run by and dash into the closet, but the closet door was closed. And when I looked around, and the youngest one is just walking around going, hey, Daddy, where's that little girl at? And she's looking on the side of the bed, and she walks around, and she's like, where's that little girl at? And she's looking into the front of the bed. She went to my side of the bed. She goes, hey, Daddy, where's that little girl? Like, man, she's tough, man. She's looking for that little girl. I'm thinking she knows that it was that little girl that she was talking to in the bathtub. See, they match, right? And I'm like, dang, no way. I just saw that little girl, and that little girl, I could tell you what she wore, all right? Because I seen her, man. I'm already looking at the door. So she just walks right by in front of me. Oh, kind of runs by. But clears the bill, just like as you guys are probably sitting right there listening to this podcast. Clears the bell, man. Right? I mean, that little girl probably had to be about 6 years old. And she wore, she had like a dirty blonde hair, and it was short right here, and it just went straight down all the way around, you know, like a long mow haircut, just all the way down. And she had like a, you know, one of those, you know, the kids like when they're young, you put on like a one piece little nightie, a little one piece, and it goes all the way down to their ankles and stuff, like a one piece. And it was like it was white, but I think there was patterns in it. Yeah, like maybe little gray patterns, and like maybe little pink patterns in it. I don't know. But that's what it looked like, because everything happened so fast. But I know what she was wearing, though, all right? And she just jammed by, and I'm like, no way. My little 3.5 years old just walking around the room all puffed up like this, looking for that little girl like she wants to play or something, right? Yeah, man. But, so we walked out, and the kids, all the other kids are just all quiet, and they're looking around like, ooh, things are happening. Because we always anticipate something happening. And they're like, oh, something is happening. And my daughter's like, Daddy, where's that little girl? I'm like, baby, I think I just saw her running around the room. She goes, yeah, but I didn't see her in there. Where's that little girl I was talking to? And I'm like, oh, great. Yep, you made the connection, didn't you? So that's my story for right now. That's what happened, and that's pretty much the introduction to the youngest one kind of knowing something's going on in that house that we can't see, because all this time we've been trying to hide it from her. You know, the family been trying to hide it from her because we don't want to spook her out or freak her out, or she's jumping in bed with us, but yet she's the pillow and we're laying down. She's trying to get real close to us, you know. But we've been trying to hide it from her, so now she knows. I made a connection also. That little girl that I seen run in the room just like that looked exactly like that little girl / old man that I woke up to at the end of the foot of the bed there. Yeah, that was the connection. And I put it together later. I didn't think about it when it happened, but I put it together. That little girl that I saw running in my room was that little girl standing in front of me in that rain suit when I was asleep, watching me sleep. So everything makes sense now. So that's my connection. That little girl's around. I saw her. Now it's very obvious what's going on. She's here in my house, and don't seem like she's doing any harm. It just seemed like she's there. running around. Thank you for watching the Ghostfly podcast. And if you guys are listening, thank you for listening. Once again, I'm Andre, and you guys come back, okay?